Building blocks, Coach. Let's get smarter. Get us all smarter now. You got a little bit of speed on the field with Slayton, and talk a little bit about how you were able to hit him on a big crossing play and the mechanics of that.
Sure. So right now we have two tight ends in the game, and we're kind of overloading the formation to the offensive right. Obviously, 26 is back here, so you can see defensively they're all within kind of 10 yards of the line of scrimmage with eyes on 26. So what we try to do was an early down play call for us and use 26 against the defense. So we did a great job here of running off the ball by the offensive line. We fake the ball to 26 and get the flow of the defense to go with this run action. And they're rushing 5 guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're dropping this safety down to the formation strength with the 2 tight ends. So they got 3 guys underneath with 3 guys deep. And Marcus down here does a great job with his speed. He's a fast receiver of taking both defenders out of the play. And all Slay does is have to use his speed and get across into this window to get a big gain if we suck these guys up. And it was really good ball handling by Saquon. The offensive line has low hats. Daniel extends it out, comes back, does a nice little boot setup. And since we sucked up the second level players, right here in particular, that's an easy throw for Daniel to make as Slayton's coming across the field on his crosser.
And the read there, once the safety runs down into the box on the run action, it really opens up the window a lot more, right?
It opens up, and as you can see, Marcus does a great job of taking 2 defenders out of there. So as long as we get a good fake and we can bring these guys up, if Slay does a good job of getting his depth and staying friendly for the quarterback to make that throw, we have good levels on our separation of our route concept. Danny does a good job. And again, these are a little bit longer developing plays. So, with the boot action, it just gives us a little bit more time to let these receivers get down the field. It's a good throw, big play for us on first down, which usually if you can get some big plays in a drive, that's a significant factor in helping you score points.
So let's take a look at the next play here, because when we're calling this game, both Bob and I thought this was a turning point moment for this defense. Like, you're battling hard, and then you need that one play that can really change the tenor of how this game is going to go, and I thought this might have been it.
Yeah, absolutely, Carl, and you can see it's 3rd down and 8, which good, playing on 1st and 2nd down helps you get to this situation. But they're right at that line of field goal range. It's a 7-point game. We've come back from 17-3, got a little momentum going here, and this was absolutely right. A huge play and a turning point for us to get the ball back to the offense. And I thought just a well schemed up play executed by the defense. You can see they're in an empty set. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys out. So there's only 5 guys to protect. And in this case, we walk up 36, Tony Jefferson, up into this gap. And now we have 3 defenders to most likely their 2 players right here. And if you can see just subtly what happens is this guard right here has eyes to him. So if these guys have to squeeze, quarterback knows there's nobody for that guy. If this guy just steps up and comes back out, he holds him long enough where he has to go ahead and get readjusted to block, number 97, which is a hard guy to block, and he's been playing really well for us. And I just thought it timed up really, really well. Tight coverage all the way around. We're manned up. And anytime you can get into what we call the paint, which is where that quarterback likes to operate, that affects the passing game really more than anything. So if you just watch here, this right guard, 36 stands up. He just takes a slight inside move, and now you can see we got one-on-one with Dexter and Kayvon.
Now, when we look at the backside of this, and you talk about a guy that stepped up in the gap is Jefferson.
Yeah.
He literally stepped into the game, too. This is not a household name that fans are listening to on a regular basis. So to be able to have a guy plug and play and get that type of execution in the big moment is big.
Exactly right. And again, place a high premium on intelligence here. You got Ox, outside linebacker, Hottie, Jihad Ward is sitting down, Kayvon, 36. We have some interchangeable parts, and really our only true defensive lineman that's an interior player is Dexter on the field. So, being able to move guys around and utilize their skill set is very important, both for us offense and defensively.
Let's talk a bit about special teams, too, because it seems in every game there's a contribution from all phases. We saw 2. Now let's take a look at the special teams.
Yeah, so this was the opening kickoff, which is a tone setter for us. You saw that in the Carolina game. And we kicked the ball, so they had to return it. And our guys were ready to go. I thought they did a great job of going down, playing physical, defeating blocks, and then making a good vice tackle between, Coughlin and Brown. But these guys, you can see Brightwell running down the field here on a single block, being really physical with his player. We're playing on their side of the line of scrimmage in the kicking game. And then Coughlin does a great job of fitting in and making a great form tackle while Cam is coming down, setting the edge, and still continuing to get off his block and make a good physical vice tackle inside the 25-yard line.
And that's just all guys converging on the football there. You talk about the responsibilities, but the tone setting there is not allowing them to get anything beyond what that returner's first 3 steps.
Exactly right. I thought good play design. We kicked it a little bit short and gave our guys, time to come down there. And I just think they really played physical this game, in all aspects. You saw we had an opportunity. We got the ball out again. We just, failed to recover it on that punt. But just a really good scheme, and then execute it well by the players in terms of their physicalness and their execution of their fundamentals and techniques.